Bulletin Board Heroes for Friday, the 22nd of December, the last Bulletin Board Heroes before Christmas, and hopefully a little bit more festive going into the new year. But at the moment, we've got the FTSE around the 7,700 level, between a broken resistance line there from February around 76.30 and our target for the end of the year, i.e. the next week, hopefully 78.10 at that red May resistance line projection. If we can stay above that February line, then we're ultimately looking for 80.50 or more by the end of next month, on the basis that we have a retest of the resistance at the beginning of last year. So spent a year doing nothing, but that is the stock market at the moment. Moving on to the DAX, and has been a brighter picture here, still consolidating, which is good, but actually above the old July peak there, 16,500. And the longer we stay above that, the better. Today is a golden cross day for this market, so the 50 and 200 day lines both crossed up while they were rising, and that suggests that above 16,500, we're not only looking for a retest of recent resistance at 17,000, but also up to a January resistance line projection from back at the beginning of last year at 17,900, hopefully by the end of next month. Below 16,500, we're 16,000 or 16,100 or so, but we're not really expecting that at the moment. Onto the Dow, which had a blip during the week, but then managed to revitalize itself. And here you can see that we are in this, we've sort of delineated the floor of that bull flag, so around 37,000. Above that, we were looking for 37,800 as a best case scenario target. Maybe a bit early to try and look for a fresh target, but that would be along the lines of the line I'm drawing there. So that would suggest that we're in a rising trend channel like that, which looks quite incredible, and also is promising us a target towards 40,000, but maybe a bit too early to go for that at this stage. 37,800 or 900, while we're above 37,000 is the way of the Dow at the moment. Moving along to Bitcoin, and here we managed to break that little resistance line there around 42,500, and above that we've been looking for 50,000 by the end of next month. Hopefully a bit sooner than that. The RSI bounced off neutral 50, which is a plus, and we found support above the old resistance, 38,000 to 39,000. So that is also a positive tick for that market. On to a stock which is highly related to the Bitcoin situation, Argo Blockchain. And here you can see that we were looking for 20 pence by the end of this month. We've so far got up to 19 and a quarter, so still a chance of doing that. Unfilled gap to the upside off the lows, which was the best signal there, around the 10 pence level. And we've had another unfilled gap to the upside today, so that's looking rather encouraging. In terms of what might happen next, through 20 pence, we're looking for a fresh target, which would be the resistance line that I'm just about to draw now, towards the 25 pence area, hopefully by the end of next month or even sooner. So break of 20 giving us 25 pence ideally for Argo Blockchain, and want to see the shares on the right side of yesterday's support around 16 pence in the meantime. Stock which has risen quite sharply this week after an update, sort of a rather comprehensive update that they had, and ADVFN here approaching the 200-day moving average around 19 and 3/4 pence. We haven't been above that 200-day line since the early part of last year, so that is quite a change of trend, hopefully. And we're looking for 30 pence by the end of next month, while we remain above the recent resistance, the August resistance around 18. So above 18, looking for 30 on ADVFN. Stock which has done well of late, almost on the sly, has been Alpha Growth. It's hit our first target that, well, actually it broke out of that falling wedge there at 1.5 pence, hit our target there at 2.1 pence, and above 2.1 we're looking for 2.8 pence at an April resistance line projection, hopefully by the end of next month. Gaps off the low are normally a decent signal, and that's what we've got from Block Energy. So it's a bear trap gap reversal, not quite above the old support there around 0.92, but nearly. And so above 0.92, we're looking for a return to the top of the range, 1.4, 1.5 pence by the end of next month. So let's see if the charting signal works there. Always good to give a pie in the face to stocks which the bears are obsessed by, and in this case it is Bidstack. Here we already had our target there around 0.6 pence, and that channel hit again, that channel top hit again at 0.62 this month. above 0.62, looking for up to 1.1 pence at Bidstack, which I suppose would take the shares back to where they were back in June. GCM is another stock we've been following here, and that has also hit various targets. The first target was around 1.6 pence, the second one was 2.5, and now we're looking for up to 3.8 by the end of next month, and ideally we stay above that 200-day line at 2.25 pence in the meantime. Don't normally look at Ingenta, but here it is today. The picture is of a rising trend channel, which has been in place quite some time now. It's been in place basically since 2020. The floor of the channel there, just near the 200-day moving average at 120, and the top of the channel, if I can get it, is up towards the 170 level. So we're looking for that early in 2024. The more time we spend above the 50-day line at 135, the better on that situation. Also, don't look at this stock, the Mission Group, that much, but here, an interesting chart gapping down in October. Rising trend channel base and breaking above the 50-day moving average this week. The floor of the channel there at 19 pence. Above that, we're looking for as much as 34 pence by the end of February, or hopefully sooner, but that could even be by the end of next month to fill that gap down from October. That would be at 33 pence. So that's the target at the moment, while we're above that 50-day line, especially at 17.75. Petro is next, and here the shares making progress, so just trying to break that 200-day moving average. We haven't been above there since August. End of day close, or weekly close today, would give us that 4.4 pence target, ultimately looking for as much as 6.5 pence by the end of next month, especially given the way the 50-day line is now rising. Simec is the next contender, and here we've had the shares heading rapidly towards the initial target there, around 1.7 pence. Above the initial December resistance, though, we're looking for as high as 2.1 pence by the end of next month. That's the upper parallel of the initial triangle that we have there. Haven't looked at Tinybuild before, but this is probably the stock or the chart of the day, in the sense that we gapped down and then we have gapped up this week, and that leaves us with a bear trap island reversal, which tends to be one of the strongest signals around it. So basically a handbrake turn type of situation for the market. And the view at the moment is that the longer we stay above 3.5 pence, the greater the chance of filling that gap up to 6 pence by the end of next month. And if that works, one would expect a very strong move on that situation because of that U-shaped reversal and also the bear trap that we've had there. Finishing off with Wildcat, which has been one of the best situations this week. Here we can see the shares consolidating. They basically hit the top of that channel that we had there. I was looking for 0.32, but we've already got 0.31, but no one's perfect. The idea was that there would be support coming in at or above the 0.21 level, which was the neckline resistance broken from the middle of the month. Current view is that above 0.31, we're looking for up to 0.44 and the 200-day moving average by the end of next month, I believe. The AGM is going on as we speak. That's it for me today. More updates over the weekend.